Oh. Okay, I messed something up. Oh. External camera thing didn't work. Save. Alright. I'm back. I'm going to do a swap of my keyboard stuff so that I can have my currently ideal setup with a keyboard for daily use. Not totally sure what's going to go where, but I have an idea. Just going to make sure everything is working here before I get started. Whoops. There we go. Looks good. To the back camera. Let's go live. All right. Just making sure it's working. Whoops. Making sure everything is working. I'll talk about all the stuff here. I've had all this on camera mostly, on stream mostly, at one point or another, but it's kind of now a big collection of stuff. First off, so these ones currently on Amazon, they don't seem available, but maybe there's just a different listing. They're the glorious keycaps. These are probably going to be the keycaps that I use for my daily driver. And I have a bunch of them in here, but it's a pretty big set. So these are semi-translucent, full cam. That's what they look like. And for example, just make sure this is somewhat clean because I've been using it for a while. Here's the space bar. See, it's kind of opaque, but the light shines through it nicely for the RGB. So yeah, that's what those look like. So again, that's probably going to be what I'm going to use. And then here, let's go back to, well, this YUNZII keyboard. This is the B75 Pro Max. Keep in mind that YUNZII did send me this at one point, but I'm long done with that. They also sent me additional keycaps, and this is a mix of the default ones that came with the keyboard and these cat keycaps. You can see they're pretty cool. So there's some of the cat ones up here. And then it's a mix of two different browns, which to me is a little challenging to get how I want, but I like some of the darker brown ones that I prefer. I would have preferred if they were just all like that, but it is what it is. And then some of these gray ones are from the keyboard itself. I do, of course, have all the caps for the both the combos, but yeah, that's what that looks like. And I also swapped out the switches, so this is very quiet for a mechanical. But anyways, this is a pretty cool keyboard. It has a screen here. It's wireless, it's wired. It has a lot of functions and features and everything. But I'm probably going to use this one as my daily once I get the combo of switches and keycaps that I want. And then here's another mix of stuff. I tried to clean this up, but sorry if it's a little dirty. Here's some Kailh box silent pink switches. I've tempted to use these as my dailies because I'm so used to them at this point. They have a pretty soft. They're quiet. I don't think they're as quiet as these other ones that I have here, what are these called? Should have kept a thing up, but these are the Outemu switches. So that's what that looks like. Oh, they are the Outemu Silent White Peach Linear. So all this stuff is going to be silent type focused stuff. I personally prefer those type of mechanicals. So that's just me. I know I'm somewhat rare in the mechanical keyboard space for wanting silent keyboards and mice, but yeah, they're very silent. So I might even prefer using these ones, which are already on that keyboard. But the thing is, they take 5. I can't remember what the measurement is. Is it grams of force? If anyone's watching that can tell me. I don't have the information up. Anyways, they take more force to actuate these switches compared to the silent pinks. And I kind of prefer the softer, easier to press buttons, but maybe I'm just not used to it. So that could be part of it. Go to the back camera. Yeah, so I need to do a little bit of testing and see. So it looks like I have 80 of them, but I think I destroyed one when I initially installed these in here a long time ago. And there's always a chance that I'll mess up. So I don't know if I have enough switches for that. So it would depend. But I could always put some of the other switches up here and then just have the pinks here. So these take a little bit more force to press, for example, because they're not vital. And then I could have a softer feel. But I mean, I do like that. So maybe having a stronger, like one that takes more pressure on the spacebar, and then having the softer ones everywhere else would make sense too. We'll see. But yeah, I got this thing here is a Novel Keys entry edition, I believe. It's done pretty well. The downside is that it doesn't have any adjustment for height. And this specific USB-C port is very particular about USB cables. I have a set of cables that work well with this that keep it from disconnecting, but there are quite a few cables that don't. So I don't know if it's just like a little quirkiness of my specific keyboard, but yeah, that's the thing. And of course we have the tools to make this work. This is a keyboard switch and keycap puller. And I have a few other ones as well. This is the one that came with the YUNZII equipment. This one I've had for a long time. So that's for the switches. This one's for the keycaps. Same thing here. These are for keycaps. That's for the switches. This is also for switches. And I do have these as well. These are, let's see what I called them. I think O-ring. They're O-ring based dampeners, and they should go between the switch and the keycap. So it's just an additional buffer to make them quieter, hopefully. So I'll think about that. I'm not sure if these are designed to go. I don't think they shouldn't go over. It's just pretty sure it's just gonna be a buffer between the cap and the switch. But it's been a long time since I've attempted to use these. But yeah, they're dampeners. Like, I think they're called O-rings, O-ring dampeners. Yeah. So I could take the switches out of here, because I do want to see. For that, I can just do a bit of mix of different things just to get a feel for what might work best for that. I mean, for this ideal setup, I don't really need these, I don't think. Is this a good spot? I don't want the phone on camera, but I have to see if there's anyone talking. Okay. This is just additional stuff in here. So I do already have this full set here in this bag. I wanted to save everyone from the gross dust and everything else that was in there initially. Hopefully there's not a bunch under the switches, but I guess we'll find out. Could try the different tools here. I'm not going to zoom in too much yet. See how this is supposed to... This is too wide. That's weird. That's really in there. Let's see if this one works better. This is kind of not great. I don't know if it's the novel keys design or the switches. That's really in there. Well, I think it could partly be because the edge here is difficult. Okay. I just wasn't getting under the one edge. Yeah. Trying to speed run some of this. We'll probably be using those, but we'll see. Sorry, yeah, this is a little dirty. sure I'm gonna on camera. Could always zoom in on the back camera as well. Let's see. That should be better. And this. There we go. It's a little bit better. Sure, I don't have any comments. Nope. I run a poll. I have this membrane keyboard. This thing is terrible. It's painful to use when I'm so used to these things now. Let's see. Open poll. This would be on Twitch. I'm not sure how to use it. There's a button. Create new poll. Clicky or silent switches. Allow additional votes. No. Duration 10 minutes. I don't think anyone's going to show up, but anyways. I don't know if I can do it on YouTube. Is there a poll thing? Community moderation participants. Timestamp reaction. Send feedback. Engage with your audience. Yeah, there is a poll. It's a yes or no question. Add option. Oh, there we go. Clicky. Silent. Both. Or membrane. I'm not sure how to spell that. membrane. Okay, I think I got it right. Start poll. Whoops, I didn't see if there was a... Well, it's probably going to be too quick, because I highly doubt anyone's there. Anyways. Getting distracted. At least I can clean this a little bit more. I don't think I've ever pulled these since I put them in. It's been years. Ouch. And that stabilizer hurts. See. Trying to go high speed. This stuff is super relaxing though. I mean, as relaxing as physical work is. Does take some effort here to pull these. Also, sorry, I won't be able to do any music because I'm simulcasting, and music rights is very difficult. Especially Amazon is pretty much no music ever, as far as I know. So as long as I'm streaming on Amazon, then you'll have to play your own music. But in that case, you can play whatever music you prefer. There we go. I'm starting to think maybe a combination. Because I do want the space bar to feel pretty good. And the space bar is heavy. And usually it's just one switch, as far as I know, with keyboards, even for the space bar. So the one downside is that I don't think the keys with these switches is as stable as I would hope. Well, it doesn't look like this is focused right. Yeah. Sorry. That's weird. I can't tell what it was trying to focus on, but that looks better now. It's all manual focus. That's an old Sony A7S original. I bought it used. As cheap as possible. Because it does support 4K output to HDMI, but I don't have the setup for 4K. So right now it's doing 1080p, as far as I know. I would need some sort of mix of 4K capture devices. Which would be nice in some ways, especially for produced videos. Man, this one's really in there. Oof. Well, there it is. I'm gonna wipe this off. Haven't seen this in a long time. Pretty cool. Even tighten up the screws maybe, but it feels good. Doesn't feel loose. It probably would be a good idea to lubricate, but I don't have any of that stuff at the moment. Oops. So we got that. Swap here. This one should be pretty clean. I've had it covered. I haven't really used it much. Let's see. Oops, let me go here. So this one should have 81 to 84 keys. I should be good with either switch combo. Assuming I didn't break any. So I do have some extras as well. But these ones haven't been used at all, and these ones have been used for years, so they probably feel different at this point. Close that. Actually, I'm gonna get another bag. Whoops. Close that. Here I've got the mix of YUNZII keycaps plus also YUNZII cat keycaps, and then these are the Outemu switches, which I don't really need this box here, but that's that. Pretty easy. That's what those look like. And then the ones that came with the keyboard have a black on the inside. But I don't think they're double. Are they double shot? This one's got a brown on the inside. You're not sure. Maybe they are double shot. It basically means that it takes two materials so that the text or whatever is visible can't be rubbed off really because it's integrated into the actual material. But I'm not sure. Whoops. Took a little bit extra effort. Of course, if you have any questions, I can make an attempt to answer, at the very least. I'm no expert on this stuff, though. Whoa. I'll have to pull the box for this so that I can remember what goes where. You'd think I would remember because I've been using QWERTY keyboards for longer than a lot of people have been alive, but it's kind of, it's a mix of muscle memory and magic at this point. Because if I were to try to write down what goes where, I mean, I might be able to. I thought about it, but who knows? I don't have enough brain power to specifically remember that type of stuff. I'm not one to really memorize. I'm more conceptual. For example, I never really tried to memorize the state names or the abbreviations, stuff like that. I do the drink reviews and then I say where the drink was produced, and it's usually a state abbreviation. I mean, most of them I probably know, but I'm not totally sure. So I'm just like, yeah, it's probably like MD or whatever, or DE, or of course NY is easy, New York. They're so popular. And then of course I know my own state that I've been in the longest. And so California is the obvious one. Though I've never been to California. But I have some family there. And my grandmother used to be there. And she was with us. I don't remember how to do the space. Okay, never mind. Just pull and pray. Nothing breaks. There we go. There's the cat one. That's super cute. You can do a close up. There's the cat space bar. That's the inside. Very cute. Like I said, this is a mix. This was a mix of the caps that came with it and then the cat ones. I can show more of them in a bit here. Here's Bread Cat. Although there is actual Bread Cat, but that's cat next to bread. Here's another. That is just cat. Waving cat. There's a coffee cat. And there you can see the font used for this set. There's another. Oops, come on, camera. Coffee cat. Trying to find actual. Actually, I don't think I used Bread Cat on that one. So it's in the box. Oops. Is that? So there are the Outemu switches on this YUNZII keyboard. There's a bunch of the extra stuff. Here's some of the blue is what came with the keyboard. So these gray ones, and then this beige, almost a white, came with the keyboard. And then this more of golden brown type thing that came with the cat keycap set. Okay, here's a bread cat. The problem is this set is a little quirky for the keyboard like this. This specific spot, it doesn't have a good thing, a good cap for it in one of the colors. So that kind of bothered me, but it is what it is. Let's go to here. So there is Bread Cat. One of them. Anyways. Go to the back camera again. Just throw Bread Cat in there. Yeah. And the escape on the default set is blue. There's the enter. But all of these are the cat ones. A few other. These are from the cat set. All that stuff. Except for this. That one's not. Yeah. So anyways, I personally wish it was just this lighter brown and that, I guess. that the darker brown just makes it difficult, and you just can't get, at least I couldn't get the perfect combination that I wanted. Here's a few more. This came with the keyboard, the blues. This is part of the cat set. That's the cat set. Yeah, it looks like all of these are as well for the cat ones. And it has different inner keys depending on your keyboard. There's a caps lock one depending on your keyboard. Yeah. Anyways. You could potentially put the cat ones on this orange keyboard. So I could take these off, or I could just get an idea of what might work best for me. Let's try one of the easier ones. Okay, that was very easy. Just gonna make sure this is cleaned. Okay, these are louder. Ah, that's tough. So that is question. It's gonna be like needle in a haystack. Hmm. Yeah, these are quite a bit quieter. Maybe I could give them a chance. And I could always do another stream. Or if I like want high speed pressing, I could put the pink ones here on the arrow keys, or even like the WASD, which would be kind of weird, but see if I can find a key for each one. There's an A. There's an A. Hmm. Not sure where the A is for the cat set. I mean, it should be in here. You don't see it. Go with Q. Do I have the other caps as well? I think this is all a different set. These ones are well used to the point that I don't think I would just draft a bunch of them. Okay, it's turning into a mess. Oof. Let's put that there. So, what I'm doing. There's a Q. There's not a Q in here. If you enjoy puzzles, this might be a good hobby. Whoops. Whatever. I'll look for that later. I think I'm going to use these anyways, the clear ones. But yeah. Let's pull these two. This. And that. Well, I guess I should just pulled one, but go here. Let's put this one back for a second. So we got actually, what am I doing? It's not the right profile. There are different profiles for the different rows. Yeah, this has more of a hollow. I don't know if I really notice much of a difference with the 5 grams of different resistance. At least here. Well, yeah, this does make more noise. Interesting. Hmm. I think I'll stick with these ones. Both come out pretty easy. Oh. Okay. See what I can also check. This one's. I can also check here is these O-rings, wherever they are. I don't have these linked, but they are silicone O-ring dampeners. Somehow show it on screen. So that's what they look like. This should go between the keycap and the switch, just as an additional buffer, additional thing to lessen the sound. Whether it works or not, who knows. Also, it's going to offset the keys based on the thickness of it. So I'll at least try it and see what it's like. So in that case, where is that A key? I assume it just goes like this. Whoops. There you can see the ring is on there. It's going to be pushed back when I push it down onto the keyboard. But there is one of those O-rings on there. Now we go right here. I can't tell. I'm not sure if there's a difference. However, now that I've got a plan, I'm just going to clear out some of this stuff. Good. Don't need any of these. Get these out of the way. Put this one back. Nice click to it. Whoops. It's possible I'll need some from what's in here. Very cool looking. Sadly, it didn't look like this was available on Amazon at the moment, but you should be able to find it around unless they discontinued it. Again, this is the glorious RGB keycaps in the Polychroma, fully translucent English 131 keycaps. So it should work with most. And then there's various technical specifications, ANSI, ISO 104, 105 key, total keys 131, UV printed, legends, so it's not like a double shot thing. But they've held up okay so far. Not really want to break this. Whoops. How did I open this without breaking it last time? Oh, there we go. Some stickers. Okay, here we've got a bunch of whatever that is. Function keys, which I will need because my other keyboard didn't have function keys. There's some stuff from the side calculator thing. That looks like more calculator and some other ascend key, whatever that is. I don't know where that goes. Yeah, here's more calculator stuff. Look at just different types of enter keys, end, page up. So I'll need some of these. Oh, it's got a tool as well. Windows key. Yeah. But it really depends on your keyboard. Because a lot of the time there are some special spots. We'll leave that over there. This one's obvious. Sounds good. Shift. Okay, that's not the right one. Nice. That looks correct. Got our enter key. I know where that goes. Usually. Control. Part of it depends, like I said, on this layout. So if this layout is the same as this layout, which they do look very similar down here. These look like they might be the same width. These ones look like the same. And then this shift area is very particular, usually. Caps lock. It's going to be this one. Oh, duh. I forgot that put these. So this one has a O-ring. These don't. Can't really tell if it's much taller. I think I'm going to put them in there, though, out of curiosity. So in this case, I should use 3 of them. There we go. As long as I don't mess them up. They should get pushed down when I... Can't totally tell if there's a difference, but... Let's see. I can find the Q key. W. W works. I feel like I need something on the same row to really tell if it's making a big difference. Or if I'm even using them right, who knows. I could do a quick search and see if I'm using them right. Let's do that. Go to Google. Wow, this membrane thing is really, really bad. How to use O-ring on a mechanical keyboard. Use the keycap puller, remove the keycap, and slip an O-ring onto the center stem on the underside. Gently press the keycap back onto the... Yeah, okay, it looks like I'm doing it correct. Yeah, they put it on the keycap. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You can't really put it on the switch, whatever stem, because it could cause problems. Because it would like get stuck on the thing and you wouldn't be able to press it properly. I mean, it's really only one way to do it. Yeah. It should be good. Oops. I just poured water over myself. Looks like I peed. Oh well. Whoops. There's a lot of condensation on that cup. I brewed some tea. That was just ice. There we go. This is Solana decaffeinated green, mint medley bigelow, and then I love lemon vitamin C bigelow, and then also Celestial Seasonings raspberry zinger, I think it's called. So that's that. Pretty interesting combo. I also have this that I add to it. Sparkling blackberry lemonade. This thing too. Polar seltzer strawberry cream. But I'm gonna have to use the restroom probably pretty soon, drinking that much. Also, I'm going kind of slow here. I wanted to end around 9 Central. It's my usual in stream time. So shift. Oh, I'm looking for S. Caps lock. Delete. Trying to make that perfect keyboard. In the future, I might look for more of these silent switches that don't have as much. This is 40 grams, I think, for these switches, so it takes a little bit of effort to press them, which hopefully I'll get used to, but if I don't, I can put the pink ones in, and then I could even look for something lighter. The pinks are 35. Those Kailh pink. Or Kailh Box Silent Pink, I think is the full name. There's a Q. QW. Thought I saw a W. Maybe I should arrange them by, oops, directions so that I can more easily. It's a P. P's over here. B down here. C down here. 7 up there. I don't know if I'll use these page or the print. Depends on this keyboard. Like what positions are what. There's 2 control keys. There's a shift. Backspace. Caps lock. S. Okay, we got one. So if I just put it on without the O-ring, just make sure this is really pushed down. There is a very slight height difference. I mean, no surprise. Switch to my other camera. Let's see. So this one here has the O-ring. The camera will focus. The A has the O-ring, so it is a little bit taller. I just can't really tell much of a difference. Yeah, I'll put them in there, and then if I have some type of problem with them, I'll pull them. But so far, don't really notice it much of a difference. There we go. The P, where is P? Man, this is kind of dangerous because I'll probably end up putting it in the wrong 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's where it goes. W. These O-rings are pretty old, so hopefully they don't snap or anything. They feel fine. And they're not really being stretched too much. I think B is going to be a little difficult. Here's Q. There we go. Next, delete. Where is this delete key? Oh, it would be over here. I don't think I want to put it there. G. That one's difficult. B is difficult. Shift. This one's easy. I'm going to put 3 of these on here. Make sure they're decently on there. There's a little bit of a green showing through the keycap. No surprise. M. That one's kind of difficult. D. C. O. Whoops. Try this caps lock. There we go. 222 That's up there somewhere. Z. Z. ZZ. Nice. Interesting. Page up, page down, print, alt. And it's probably going to go here. I should move over a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. E. Okay, that's a good one. Nice. Backspace should be pretty easy. Get these O-rings on here. Very relaxing. Hopefully I can get more companies to collaborate so I could try more stuff. But I had mentioned before, YUNZII sent me this keyboard a while back. I already did the stuff that I agreed to, so I'm just using it now as an example. I purchased these keycaps at Best Buy, actually, a long time ago at this point. But, and I also purchased these specific switches, the Outemu. What are they called? Silent. Outemu Silent White Peach Linear mechanical switches. And I'm pretty sure they have 40 grams of pressure, but they also have dampeners inside them. They're very quiet. And they're linear, of course. There's no click. Here's an escape key. Nice. H, where's H? It's kind of in the middle. T, it's up to there. Here's a arrow. It's going to be down here somewhere. Another. Oh, those could be directionals, I'm not sure. Code key. Yeah, some of these I might have to swap. 9. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be in this one. I think it's this one. I can always change it if I have to. There's another one of those directionals. 8. K. It's over here somewhere. Got enter. This one, this one. I think it's this one. N. MN. B. C. Another arrow. What is this? Okay, that's going to go here. It's only got one stem. A little bit. There we go. Plus equals. It's going to go right here. Whoops. D. It's an easy one. QWERTY. I've never tried the different layouts keyboards. I mean, the only other one I know of is Dvorak or whatever it's called. But I never tried it. Get this one right here. I don't know if I have a tilde. Y. QWERTY. Delete. Let's save that one. Number 3. My mic working? Yeah. Number 3. I can count sometimes. It's another arrow thing. This one's a dash, double dash. Should be next to the plus equals. There we go. The code key is special control. Should go here. The wider type. Again, it depends on your keyboard. Sometimes it might have some specialty shapes or positions because the rows do have different profiles. I don't know the details. I just know that often they are not going to be the same profile. So number 5. Nice. 4. Whoops. 4. Trying to speed things up a little bit. It's another arrow thing. Command. It's another one that might keep. I'm going to assume this goes here. but I could put the Windows key if I wanted. I do use Windows. I've never owned a Macintosh or whatever they're called, the Apple ones. I'm not against them. It's just I never got into it. This one, we've got our curly brace bracket, number 1. Or technically number 2. Hopefully I did not forget to put O-rings on any of these. I'm not necessarily really thinking when I'm doing this. You can call me out if anyone's here and I missed one. Oops, the phone went dark. Oh, where does L go? Right here. Ope. Midwestern Ope. We use that when we do something accidental. J. Where's J go? JK. G. F. G. D. G. R. Almost got the QWERTY going. There's T. Yeah, my only concern here is that if the little rings break, that'll be kind of awkward because it might kind of adjust the position of it in a weird way. I won't necessarily notice it, but who knows? I'm curious to see if this makes any difference long term. It's a question. Cap. There's 0. Very smooth. Here's the other curly brace bracket. Curly braces are used in programming a lot. And the brackets. But C++, C, C Sharp. I use C Sharp a lot to write computer programming code. V. That's pretty much my favorite programming language is C Sharp with the .NET framework or whatever it's called now. There's a bunch of different types of it at this point. V, X, C, V. B. Again, call me out if I miss one with the O-rings. But I think so far I've used them for everything. N. M. This is looking pretty cool. And with RGB, man, I usually do a solid color. Motion things bother me a lot of the time. With pop-ups, obviously, and browsers, any type of scrolling thing can be irritating. Like they're called carousels on any type of window thing in a computer. I really don't like those carousel things that swap automatically. YU. H. There we go. There's an Alt. So Alt's going to go down here. Looks like the same size. Nice. Nice. C. We're getting there. Oops, I almost put it in the wrong spot. X. And I can't even remember when I bought these. It's a long time ago. Delete is special 7. There we go. Got our control key. So this looks the same between the two keyboards. Nice. The thing is, with these two specific keyboards, they use the VIA software, VIA, VIA. So you can configure everything. If I wanted this to be that Dvorak layout, I could. If I had the proper keycaps, I could change it and set it up that way. I can make these keys whatever I want based on what I have. Yeah, it's really up to you at that point. Tab. But I mean, I'm used to the standard for the most part. The only thing is I like a print screen key because I use that a lot. And print screen delete, and then page up, page down, which I don't really use much, but definitely print screen and delete are ones that I want. So we got I. Okay, I put a ring on there. Nice. This is looking good. L. Got our dampener ring. Nice. Got some other stuff here. These two. I guess these two. Putting it on a dampener. So this is the comma and the less than symbol. And here's the greater than in a period. So where is F? I do not know where F is. I can't remember if these are the ones that I dropped. Did I put in the wrong spot? Well, let me deal with these. Put the arrow keys in here. Question is, what is what? No, I don't think that's up or down. Huh. I don't know. Is this the up? Yeah, it is. It's just to the side for some reason. Kind of weird. Is that the right spot? I don't know. This one's down. Another ring in there. We got our other one. Come on. Yeah. I never noticed that the arrows on those were to the side. Anyways, Here's the quote, apostrophe, whatever, semicolon, colon. Yeah, I'm missing a key for some reason. This is a function key, so I think it's the code key. I might have alternatives, but we'll put this here for now. I don't know what happened to my F. Search under the desk. Let me check my bags and see if I put them in here. Well, that would be a problem if I can't find it. I don't think I stuck it in here. I think these were the ones that I dropped. I'll probably have to search under the desk more. It might have bounced somewhere. Unless I put it in the wrong spot. Yeah, I'm looking D, F. No. Nope. Go spelunking. Very limited space here, so yeah, I don't know. Oh. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Is that in focus? Not really. This camera seems to be struggling with autofocus. Yeah, that's better. There it is. How did I miss that? Awkward. Anyways. Boom. Now we can move this other stuff out of here. Our tools. Glorious. Stay glorious. That over there. So we need our function keys. Might be useful. Four, five, six, ascend. Alt. That alt. Probably not useful, but some of these might be useful. There's the Windows key if I wanted to use that. Let's get these function keys in here. F1. Boom. It'll be great having function keys again, instead of having to use a function plus function. I can just use function keys. F2. So the 65% is cool, but I don't really care about the calculator thing, numpad, but yeah, these are nice. F3. Good. 4. And light. Oh, I need the tilde. Tilde. Here it is. Assuming it's the right position. Yep. Yeah. That looks correct. Having a dedicated tilde is cool too. Let's see, F5. Looking good. Looking good. Seven. Got our dampener in there. F8. What else we got? Just those side ones, really. 10. F11. Nice. F12. I don't really have anything to talk about. Oh. Yes. So, I think I want the print screen on the top. We'll see if this fits. Now, it depends on if it's the right profile. It'll go in there, but you know, it looks correct. So now I'm gonna assume this delete is correct as well, but it depends. I'll try it. Yeah, it seems like this and the 65% are pretty similar. Yeah, that looks like the same height as this row. Yeah. So page up and page down. I guess I don't really need anything else. Unless I want to put the Windows key here. Or a function. There's a function key. Page up, page down. Are fully dampened, silent, Outemu, 40-gram, linear, RGB, translucent, Polychroma, glorious Polychroma keyboard from YUNZII. I'll have to find the instructions and can look at the RGB. Let's pop this in. Actually, I don't know if this... Okay, it does fit. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. I get the instructions. Actually, it'd probably be easier for me to just use the VIA software, which I need to remember how to do that. Interesting. So this has two different levels of height adjustment. Got 1 and 2. Whoops. I just hit a key that I shouldn't have hit. The problem of having it attached to the computer. I didn't mess anything up. Yeah, it looks like it's still working. So that's the highest adjustment. He's got this screen on there. Let me quickly... I have a GIF in here. I haven't changed. Where's the GIF mode? GIF. I call it GIF, but it's officially GIF. GIF. According to the creator of that image format. Number 10. How do I turn it on? Function 0. There it is. Look at that. It just loops. I found it. It's supposed to be copyright free. But who knows? I don't know where it came from at this point. But it's in there. Yeah. It just loops. Yep. So let me go back to the function 8. Whoa, what? Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. I did F8 instead of... Oops. Anyways, I could do colors here. I'll just use this. RGB. Where? Wired function knob. Connection switch, TFT screen, Bluetooth connection, wired shortcuts for keyboard. So we've got backlight on and off. Function. I wonder if I have a function key in this keycap set instead of code. Here's a function, but it looks too wide. So that's one quirk of this keycap set. Oh, it's not going to work. First, delete keys. There's an F13 key. Ascend. I'll have to look up and see what the ascend key is. Yeah, I'm not seeing a dedicated function key. So I just have to remember to mentally change from code to function to code. Backlight on and off function. Backspace. There's that. And we've got brightness levels, function up and down, and there's also blinking speed. So that's different levels of brightness. This is max brightness. Battery level. Function space reset. Function A. So it's Windows mode. Could have sworn there was... Maybe it's not in this little sheet. Shortcuts. Function slash. Backslash. Function enter backlight color. Function tab white light on and off. So this is bright white mode. And that doesn't have any adjustment to it. So if you want bright LEDs, you can do that. So what was the switch here? Well, let me see if it's... Okay, that's max brightness, standard RGB mode. And then function enter. So we got different colors. Yeah, having the translucent caps is really nice for lighting. There's a Miku Miku teal. I do have a green. I have a blue, green, and pink of this cable, and I could swap as desired. I do like orange. Function backslash. Let me get some sort of. We'll do teal. And function backslash. Is it doing anything? Okay, these ones adjust the speed. The classic. That does look cool. Slow mode. Hyper fast mode. This is like that space cat, that flying cat that has a rainbow behind it. There's a vertical one. That one's good too. I don't think I could handle so much visually long term. It does look cool. Oh. Intense. That one's cool too. Oh. Very creative. Oh, that's it for that. Oh, wait, there's more. I think I skipped one. I was going too quick. Huh. This might be. I open up a notepad. Yeah, so it's a light up as testing the key after swapping the. Well, I didn't change the switches, but after using the new sunglasses with how bright it is, yeah, it's max brightness. Outemu. Also, this top camera is auto exposure, so that could be this drop one, like press one, is pretty cool, as well as these glorious Polychroma. Yeah. Anyways, let's see what else we got. Ooh, that one's even cooler. Testing out the to see. Nice. That one's cool. Actually, I wouldn't mind that one, even though it's very flashy. But I'm sure I would get tired of it eventually. Yeah. So I'd probably use it at this brightness, but it's got one more level. Looks like. Of course, I can adjust it fully manually in the VIA software. So let me see if I can pull that up. VIA software. That's start now. Authorized device, connect. Could not find a definition. Oh, I can fix that. Show the designer tab. Fetching. Use the designer tab to load the JSON file. I don't want to show this on screen because I don't want to show my computer details, but basically I'm loading up a configuration file for the keyboard in the VIA software, VIA. So we'll take a few seconds here. So I find my original project directory for this keyboard. Where is it? Here it is. Is this it? I think this is it. There we go. VIA. Looks like there's an issue. Fetching version 3 definition. Failed. I think it's good to go though. Design. No, it didn't load. Let me try reloading it. Settings, show design tab. Okay, I've got it selected. Use V2 definitions, depreciated. Authorized device. Okay, I think it's good now. You could add a screen for this. Properties. Okay. There we go. So here's the VIA software. You can do different layers of adjustment. Got all of these keys. So we've got delete end. This is wrong. So I'm going to click this and do print. Print screen. I'm going to click this and do delete. Delete. And page up, page down. So now I'm good. So these will work as needed. Yeah. Perfect. Let's make sure delete works. Yep. Perfect. I don't know if that's showing on screen. But anyways, yeah, this works. Okay, we've got whatever these are, test matrix, key sounds, volume, waveform. I have no clue what that is, but it's in here. Design. So I'm looking for the RGB lighting. Here we go. Oh no, that's not right. Macros. Save load. Here we go. Lighting. So I can do all off. Let's make sure it's aligned here on screen. Solid color. So we've got a multitude of options here. Red, orange, yellow, whatever. Let's go back to Miku Teal, if I can find it. Maybe something like that. Close enough. Breathing. Oops, I can't type in. Anyways, yeah, I basically went over all of these, but here I can select in detail what I want. Solid splash, reactive, simple, effect speed, and then I can change the color in this case. If I didn't want that blue, I could change the color in the VIA software. Rainbow beacon. I don't know if the color works with this one. Seems like it's doing something. So I didn't want it as saturated. Yeah, it looks like saturation matters. So that's good. Cycle spiral. That's a quick one. We're going to do it really slow. Chevron. I kind of like the reactive ones. Typing heat map. And it's slowly. Yeah, that's cool. Digital rain. Trying to see if the colors matter. No, this looks like it's stuck to a specific color set. Solid reactive nexus. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm done. That was fun. This will probably be my daily driver for a while and see how I feel about it. So far, it feels really good. So again, we've got the YUNZII B75 Pro Max keyboard. I have the Outemu. Let's see what they're called here. Outemu Silent White Peach Linear mechanical keyboard switches. And then I also have the glorious Polychroma RGB keycaps so that I can get some nice color going. I think I'm just going to do a solid color. So I'll go back to the Miku teal. Something like that. Then I can adjust the brightness. Ultra. I'll probably use it around here. Yeah. Looks good. Nice. Anyways, I'm going to head out. Maybe I'll show it on full face cam here. Get a close up of that. That's what it looks like. Obviously, I have a really bright light coming down from there, so definitely takes over. If we wanted to max brightness, that's max brightness. It's very bright. Yeah, cool looking. Okay. I'm going to sign out, but that was a fun little stream of messing with this. Let me use the software. So it's a bit more specific about brightness. There we go. Cool. I go by Tech, I suppose, for this stuff. Tech, T-E-C-H, comma, I suppose. If you want to follow me on Amazon, that would be great. Or YouTube, you're on there. Or Twitch. But I do a lot of stuff. So photography, camera gear. I do drink reviews, stuff like this. I review drinks now. I mean, I've done it for a long time, but I've been more consistent about it lately. It's pretty fun. Clothing, merchandise, whatever I can find, like merch items or whatever I have access to at the moment. I've done coloring pages, like NASA coloring pages with different crayons and colored pencils and things. All that stuff. I do sewing, cosplay, crafting. But I separate. I've got Twitch. I have a bunch of YouTube channels. So with Twitch, I just do all of it on Twitch on one channel usually. Although technically I have two channels. And then I have a bunch of YouTube channels for genre specific stuff. So there's a cosplay crafting one. There's a food and drink snack review. There's the tech channel. There's the photography, camera gear, videography stuff channel. And then I have a few other ones. But anyways, yeah. So this will be on the Tech, I suppose, channel. And Amazon. Amazon is a catch-all as well of any product that's available on Amazon. So, yep. I'm going to sign out. See ya. Boop. There's that one, and also YouTube. See ya. I'll use my end screen for the YouTube and Twitch. See ya.